I met Norm Smith medalist Jason Johansen at the AFL Multicultural Academy last year. In this video, I'll show my experience and what I learned and how you guys can apply it to get better at the game. So let's get into the video. This is my new series where I share a truckload of information from AFL players that I've met so I can help you guys get better at footy. This video will be broken up into 3 parts. My experience first, what Jason Johannisen taught me, and then how can you apply it to your game. So stay tuned, watch to the end so you can learn everything. And yeah, let's get into it. So first, my experience. If you haven't watched any of my other videos, just listen up now. This is a quick summary of my trip. I went down to Melbourne this time last year. I went on a 3-day camp, all provided by the AFL, hotels, meeting up with the AFL players, dinner, all paid for by the AFL. And we ended up playing a game at the end. In that time, we met a lot of AFL players, and Jason Johannisen was one of the players that we met with. We got to tour through the Western Bulldogs facility. Here are some clips of the Western Bulldogs facilities. They are really nice, and I can see why, they have a lot of good players. I mean, they still don't make finals, but anyways, let's get back into it. Let's not get distracted. We met a few players there. We saw Aaron Norton training, and then we went met with Jason Johansen. I asked him some questions. We got a photo together, and this is what he taught me. Now, he said you need to make sure that you're training outside of your regular footy trainings. Now, this is pretty obvious. If you're just going to your 2 trainings at a game on the weekend, you're not going to get better. But if you're doing the extra work, those extra reps, you'll get far better. Now, Jason Johannisen wasn't always just a Norm Smith player. He's worked his way up from the ground up. He put in the extra reps, the extra work to make sure that he's standing out from all the other players in his league. He worked in his craft and worked on getting better so well that regardless of him being 5'10", he still made a way to make it into the league and have an impact in an almighty grand final for the Doggies. So make sure that you guys work outside of your regular training, not just relying on the Tuesday and Thursday to get better. Now, he taught us you need footy IQ. You need to be able to read the game. A way you can do this is by studying, and we'll get into that later in the video. But having that footy IQ so you can make the right decisions. If you look at a player like Jason Johannisen or a player like Scott Pendlebury, they read the ball and they read the footy so well that they can weed through traffic, and it feels like they have more time than everyone else. It's because they know the game so well, they know the footy IQ. And if you can increase your footy IQ, like some of your coaches may have said, or some people you've heard say, then you can play far better. So if you want to know how to do that, stay around for the end of the video. And the next thing he said is to be fit. Now, Jason Johannisen in the grand final, but over his whole career, but specifically in the grand final, ran about like 800 meters carried with the ball, going up and down the field. And yes, he had some turnovers. Yes, he had some poor kicks, but his running carry with the ball is what helps the Doggies go on to win the flag. So make sure that you guys are fit. If you guys aren't fit, you can't take your footy very far, because it's basically a running game. If you can't run, then you could be a liability. If you look at the game now, a lot of the forwards, the deep pockets, the backmen, they all have to be runners. So make sure that you guys are getting fit. So how can you guys apply this to your game? So first, train outside of your regular trainings. This doesn't have to be much. It can literally be half an hour a day of going down to the oval, kicking a footy with a mate, going for a run, hitting the gym. Do something outside of your regular training, because I bet you all the people that are trying to get better, all the people that are playing state, all the people that are playing academy, don't just do the 2 trainings a week. They work outside of the regular training. So train outside of your regular training. Next, footy IQ. You can do this by studying the game. And don't just watch the game. Sometimes, I love footy. You guys probably love footy. Watch the game and enjoy it. But when you go to actually study it, make sure that you're watching how the players evade, why that thing that they did made sense. Try and figure out why that worked. For example, if they took a really good mark, or a pack mark, or a really good tackle, or a really good kick, so think about it, go and watch it and say, why did that work? Why did that? And you'll start to pick up little things and little patterns and trends about all the players and all of the wins and all the little things about marking and kicking. And then you write down it in like a journal or a piece of paper or on your phone. And then you can start to add those things to your game. So make sure you guys are studying the football to get that footy IQ and going out and playing games the weekend. And the last one is to be fit. So yeah, make sure you guys are doing some running during the week, 2 to 3 times a week, sprinting, repeat efforts, and long distance running. Really quick, I have a free Discord community where I can help you guys get better at footy by just asking questions. There's a Discord link in the description for that community. So if you want to grow together, you want to get better together, and you need help with anything when it comes to skills or performance on game day or gym, whatever it is, hit me up in the description of the Discord link, and yeah, let's grow together. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.